Hello and welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hold on. Steady. Happy Wednesday, folks. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. How the devil are we today? I hope you're all doing well. I'm waiting for this Elgato light to wake up. I can turn it on. No accessory found. Absolutely majestic. What a potentially fantastic start to the stream. I hope you all had a good day today. We have got... Well, I've got a sandwich next to me. I don't normally eat on stream. So if you see me suddenly change to a be right back page, you know what I'll be doing. I don't understand why this light not working. Now it is. Why it wasn't working. Anywho, so happy Wednesday. Yesterday was an auspicious day. We made some decent headway on the thing. Now, we've got sort of five armies, basically, sort of. And I thought today we would have a little rummage around the internet, see what we could find 3D printing wise. Oh yes, we're going to have a look at some 3D printable bits and bobs. I just got to make sure that I've got a couple of websites which I tend to use the most. I just want to double check they're all in sort of PG mode and I'm not accidentally going to find some utter filth by accident, at least without clicking the button. That appears to be in. That seems to be okay. And so does that. Mosquito. Sorry about that. So, I also got some books. Cities of Death. Demon Hunters. So this one might actually help a little. I got City Fight. I got Apocalypse and Planet Strike. I know there's another, maybe two more on this one. I'm not entirely sure. I have to. Not sure if this is going to be a 4-hour stream. Definitely going to be a stream though, so I don't want to waste anyone's time. Let us just get into it. So, my mini factory and Cults 3D, both fabulous places, full of fabulous things, fabulous bits and pieces. I need to get rid of open. Discord open. Yes, indeed. I have a Discord open. If I am streaming, I have Discord open, but I have it on the bit for Twitch subscribers. I have it on. This might take a second. Hold on. Flippin' Nora. So, I might have to unplug the microphone. We're going to have issues. Hold on. Or a page. And Hello. There we go. We're back. Where were we? Screen share. That was weird. It only happened a couple of times before. I don't spend... I wonder why it does that. So we have Cults 3D and we also have My Mini Factory. As you can see, I've already got a couple of things in the cart. Not that I'm going to be necessarily buying them today. I just wanted to keep them. Because I was looking for some sort of desert-styled scenery that I can print. Sorry, not desert. I was reading the word desert pillars, and I was thinking jungle. So I'm looking for some sort of vaguely jungle-esque scenery to print out and maybe paint at some point. Go with the Katashans, and then obviously a little bit of scenery for the other armies as well. But I've got... There's one website I need to remember the address for. That has some good scenery I want to show off as well. I have to try and remember what it was. That's the issue. But that's some scenery. We've got some jungle fighter for the ogres, but we're looking at bits and pieces that can be used to jazz up tanks. I want to jazz up some tanks with some auxiliary bits, stowage, etc. I should be able to model some of these anyway, like with my hands and bits. However, 3D printing some bits as well would make things look a bit more similar across the board when it comes to sort of looking at tanks and things like that. So I'm just going to type in tank stowage just to get us started. We've already got some Alpine Vice stuff, which I've looked at before. We've got military backpacks. There's lots more to be found, but we're just going to start us off. We're going to start having a little rummage around. I actually already... Ooh, do I actually... I think I need to buy this Imperial. We'll have a look at this first. Alpine Vice. I have some of their stuff. They have really nice bits and pieces knocking around. Well worth a look at if you're looking for stuff. For bits and pieces. We've got artillery shells or missiles. Well, what do we got? We got... I think that's a missile. I don't quite know, like, looking at... Maybe that's a rocket. Looking at things, I don't really know what the different... I can't visually tell the difference between a rocket and a missile. I believe they both have stabilizing fins. I believe they both have sort of propellant. So I'm not really sure. Maybe missiles are just smart rockets that can maybe it's just the distance they fly. Who knows? I certainly don't. But then we got some artillery shells here. We got some boxes. Got some magazine things. Ammo crates. Yes, let's go. What happened there? We use the word ammo crates. Rocket crates and missile boxes or stuff. Whatever these things are. Very nice. A hunter-killer missiles. It actually says right there. Okay. Oh, so that's actually the thing the missile sits in on the vehicle. They're a one-shot missile. In at least Warhammer world. They're hunter-killer missiles. They're a sort of one-shot missile that you get to use. So that's the actual rocket missiles shooting box system. We've got some Demolisher ammo. Lehman Russ ammo, because we got Lehman Russ. Lenny, how the devil are you? Happy Wednesday. What's going on? I like that emote. What is that? Wiggle. Dig it. How you doing today? What's going on in your world? I'm looking at bits and pieces to 3D print. There's the Rogel Dawn, which is a larger tank, which has a larger barrel on its gun. Main gun, so I'd imagine these are a little bit bigger. And then here we go. So we've got some stowagey bits, some sort of bits you strap onto tanks. We've got some tarp with buckles. We've got a shovel, more tarp, More tarp, more tarp, more tarp. I don't know what boxes with canvas over it. Good stuff. Dig it. Even more stuff. So we need to get this set. I apparently don't already have it. I thought I did. This is a good one. I like it. Happy Wednesday. Just waiting for some food. Bloody hell. What variety of food are you having? Slept for over 10 hours? Envious. I'm envious. Just imagine sleeping for 10 hours. That's bananas. That's bananas. I have done that before, but only, there have been only certain situations when I've slept that much. Really. These days, I'm sort of going to bed, passing out at 2 and waking up at 7. Or 8. And then dozing for another hour. Before my eyes just decide to... I have to sort of crowbar my eyes open. Terrible. I hate the morning so much. They're really not my friends at all. It's light. That light. So, barrels, various tools, shovels, a massive wrench, pipe wrench, adjustable debris firkin, hatchet, mallet, or sledge, shovel, liquid containers, fire extinguisher, gasoline tanks, the big old gasoline oil barrel. We got some sticks, some large sticks. They're actually logs, but I believe tanks use them if they get kind of stuck and they need some purchase on the ground, like the ground is too squidgy. I don't know. I'm not sure what situations tanks need it, but they sort of slap that down in front of them and it gives them some purchase to get some moving on. I decided to take a danger nap that turned into actual sleep. Well, that's the best one. That's the danger nap is always the good one. Always taking your life into taking that into out of your control, and like, is my body actually tired or is it sort of tending to be tired? Will a nap be enough, or will it actually turn out to full on drooling onto the pillow sort of situation? Taking my life into sleepy hands, yes. As long as it's actually like in bed or maybe on a couch or something like that, yes, fine. Or maybe in the back of a car, as long as you're not driving or anyone else, ideally. Will a nap fix me? It fixed me. Yay! Round of applause. You order some pho and spring rolls. How long are they going to last you? I mean, are they big, fat spring rolls, or are they like little dainty bad boy spring rolls? Because those little dainty ones, they just disappear. I don't know. It's like a production line. When I see a bunch of like little dainty spring rolls, it's like a production line. The big bad boys, they take a bit more work. They will make it through lunch and that's it. That's all that matters, right? They're the big boys. Hell yeah. It's been a while since I've had any sort of spring rolls from anywhere, from any sort of area which does spring rolls. They don't really appear on the diet too much. I don't know. Probably fix that. But I guess I probably had better get on it. Yeah. Terrible. I don't know. Like, I just tend to. My diet's really right. It's a lot of I don't know. This is a lot of pasta. A lot of pasta. Ooh. I mean, it is good. Spaghetti bolognese is very good. Carbonara is very good. Lasagna is at the tippity top of the thing. I do like some gnocchi with some sauce. Stuff like that. I do love chili, but I just don't make it. Only pasta? No, I eat other stuff. I do eat other stuff. But it... Maybe I need some sleep as well. In which he cannot name the other stuff, just pasta. Listen here. More pasta. Gnocchi. Right? There we go. There's some things. Chili. I like a variety of pies. Not like... I'm talking about actual pies. Tarts. I love a tart. Do you like chili? I don't know. Now we're starting to... struggling to think, really. Well, this is the thing. Like a meat pie. Like a pie is a fully enclosed thing, right? I don't like a lattice tart. A tart with a lattice of pastry on top is not a pie. So that doesn't get caught into the situation. I do like fruit tarts, and I do like fruit pies as well. But I get a bit nitpicky when it comes to pies versus tarts, unfortunately. Which doesn't do me any favors, I know, but such is life. Retired Lamb. Hello. How the devil are you? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. I mean, at the moment, Eleni, this I'm not going to do a close-up, but I have a sandwich. Because I couldn't be bothered. Too much effort. I have a sandwich with a singular hobnob for sort of the dessert portion of the lunch. Food is here. Eleni, great seeing you as always. You enjoy that. Bo and no spring rolls. I will catch you later, alligator. Have a lovely rest of your day. Poodles. Retired Lamb, what are you up to? We're looking at some 3D printed bits and pieces today for my upcoming sort of vague armies that I've got. And I thought, well, before we actually start building, what we can do is we can locate a bunch of 3D printed parts, stuff like that, to art up the tanks and characters, soldiers in general. So we're looking at tank stowage at the moment. Alpine Vice is always fabulous. I have a few of their bits and pieces knocking around. So this is their Imperial tank stowage kit, which I really do need to add the Art of Doom. Like they have some Canadian heads. In fact, we can have a look at all the stuff. Their website's a bit slow. Not their website. My mini factory's a bit. We got some mechanized infantry heads, which I did not know they had. Maybe you ate a little bit of Donna, just a little bit. Not an entire massive amount of. I can't even. Ooh, I can't even remember the last time I. Sorry, I just saw these cat. They've all got bloody cat ones down here. I'm never gonna get that. Anyway, get the ones which don't have cat. I just have to get the entire, all of them, and just ignore the one with cat ears. Binoculars. I like these binoculars. Gas mask heads. I like the ones with the gas masks. So definitely need to add some jazzy mech drivers, etc. Male heads. That's all basically like male and female versions of similar thing. I like the monocular kind of thing. I don't know if it's actually a monocular variety of thing, but it is cool. I dig it. Old style helmets. Well, hello there. Good set. So they do. I've added the things. Got the IFV conversion bits as well. We'll have a look at this while we're looking at things. Got a hunter killer missile as well. That's a hand 3D printed bit. See how easy it goes on to the Chimera. Get that for free. It just says download, or I've already purchased it and forgotten. We got some 3D printed standard pallets. Like a pallet, don't we? Kit bash bits. Ooh, like bags as well. What do we got here, ladies and jelly spoons? We got chainswords. We got a variety of different styled weaponry. We got a heavy machine gun, las rifle, bullpup. Bullpup? Yes, bullpup bad boy. More sort of contemporary rifle, if you will. Power sword, plasma pistol, las pistol. Got guns with different magazine types. Here. Got a drum mag, like a belt fed, regular magazine. Oh, whoa, I didn't realize you. Oh. Okay. Sniper, las rifle type things. I guess this is. Anyway, a variety of bits and pieces which we use to jazz up our boys and girls. Flamethrowers, melter, plasma, grenade launcher. Like that grenade launcher. Shotgun, marksman las. Multi-grenade launcher, plasma melter, flamethrower of doom, heavy things, lots of choppers. Ooh, French. I do apologize, folks. Don't quite know why. Mouse is a bit too sensitive. Ooh, a whole variety of backpacks. You definitely need this one. Definitely need jelly spoons. Oh, a whole variety of backpacks. These are little jump packs, I think. Might be. Vox backpacks. Medic backpack. Flamethrower, I think, backpack. Alright, we've got some mines. Thick grenades. I don't know what are these ones called? My brain is saying pineapple. I don't know if that's actually remotely accurate though. Grenades, all variety, pouches, more tools. All right, we're definitely adding this. Box and Kazrakin backpacks for copper wire. Use 1.5 mil wire. A little demo of that. I can get that for free. I'm not going to download it now. And due to the stream. So that's good. The heads are good. We like those. Ooh. I hadn't seen the Imperial defense line diorama before. ladies and jelly spoons. Well, we can do that for Arcadians. What do we got here? Talking about Arcadians. Okay, what do we have here, ladies and jelly spoons? We got Katashan. Yes. All right, happy days. I can paint a Katashan flag. We got Armageddon, Tanith, Adia, and a blank one. Okay, so we got some different ones with purity seals on. So we're going to have to print some of these bad boys off. Valhalla, Mordian, Destroyer, Alan, and the Mobile Infantry. Very cool. Same versions. Same. No, we got purity seals on Valhalla, Mordian, Destroyer, and Talon. Got Scions. Adia stands, Tanith. Oh, sorry, I don't. That says life. Oh, it says life, shame, death, and atonement. That's very stressful. We got some sort of banner poppers. There's the actual sticky bits. Auxiliary purity seals. Got some. What would you call these? They're not quite pennants, are they? This is more of a pennant here. We got like the old vertical hangy downy banner. This is definitely getting yoinked. Add those to the cart. There's a bunch of stuff in the cart already. I'm going to destroy, delete, or whatever. A bunch of them. What is this, though? This is going to be a good project to paint up. We have. We have got here. We got some concrete. What are those called? Dragon teeth, I think. Got some of the iron, those tank traps, and then we got some barbed wire, well, pseudo barbed wire, and then what are these ones? Separate now. Shape is not springing to mind. I think like these are dragons. Those are things, and those are other things. Sandbags. Now I know I can technically make sandbags using green stuff, or printing some as well will save time. We've got a bunker which you just slap a Demon Rust top on. I'm liking. We got a cupola right here. So you slap this cupola onto that. Then there's like a couple of bits for auxiliary weapons and things on top. Heavy stubber. Fat Man's Kitchen, hello. It is indeed the afternoon. What time is it with you? It is 4:38 here in the UK. We're just looking at bits and pieces that we want to 3D print to sort of make Arcadians or make our Katashan, make our armies look a bit jazz them up a little. It's 11:37. You are is it 5 hours behind? Using my powers of maths. Yeah, that would make sense. Oi. I remember at 11:30. Well, I don't 11:30-ish. What I was doing. It's trying to fill some. Like the window in my bedroom is old, and I'm having to sort of fill in some wood, which is sort of basically rotted away with horrible wood stuff, which I know not great, but temporary fix. until I can afford to get someone to come around properly, which is fun. But so we're just looking at through some bits and pieces for sort of tart up our tanks and. Ooh, it's got the bendy, the bendy antenna, and they got these other weird antennas with sort of, you know, what even you would call those things, bendy bit, sticky out bits on. I know all the words. Ooh, I like the what do we call it? Bustle? I think it's called the bustle of auxiliary stowage. We're definitely getting there. Got some extra auxiliary armor around it. Oh, oh, oh! Big guns on it as well. Quad-barreled thing. You just go to Goodwill. Used item store for I have. So when I lived in the States for 3 years, went to stay with a friend of mine for a weekend. We went back to her house, see her family. She got to see her boyfriend again because she lived in. I was in Pennsylvania and she lived in Ohio. So we sort of popped back for a long weekend kind of. Saying Ohio. Anyway, went back to her hometown. Very nice. And we swung by a Goodwill for some reason, and I got one of my all-time favorite shirts from, which I still have, thank God. I'll be very sad when that one goes. Yeah, but that was just a shirt. But I do like in the UK, like I do whenever I see a used charity shop kind of thing, I do poke my head in on the off chance that there's maybe some Warhammer stuff knocking around. But for today, we're looking at 3D printed bits and pieces. An auto gun. No, there's a big cannony thing. Plasma. So this is. I mean, this is full of pretty sweet extra bits. I don't know if it comes with the concrete or cement round. It definitely comes with sandbags. We're going to add that to the. I know the music stopped. Open up. That is not copy free. Wait for this to play and then we can. You know what? I have Titanfall 2 on my computer. I loved First Titan. Loved playing it. I didn't play massive amounts of it. I mean, I played a decent amount, but I was at the time. I'm gonna have to look at the date of when Titanfall came out. I'm entirely sure, but I was playing a lot of Team Fortress 2 and various Call of Duties and Battlefield. I didn't have huge amounts of time for Titanfall. However, I did play it a lot. Fair amount. Never got around to Titanfall 2. I do own it. Never played it. Best game you ever played? It was a lot of fun. I need to fire it up again and like see if it's still playable. What do I need to do? Doing Titan theme. Well, this is the thing. I have written a Titan. Like Tau aren't really my thing. I have one entire Tau mini. It was which I painted up. However, I think I did try and put together a list of just robots. So like that's exactly what well, but you'll do a Titan theme. Never actually thought of a Titan theme from Titan. Idea. I'm trying to remember what my favorite Titan was to use. Not the. This was not the one I was looking for. Move this over here for a second. Go. Sorry, it takes me ages. What was that? That was a thing. Thank you very much for the thing. Wait. Where's the vent feed? Vent feed, you've given me nothing. What has yeah. Thank you very much for the subscription on YouTube. I'm so sorry. I feel awful about this. I have so the bot I have, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and so I read like the combined chat, and I'm supposed to have on my the combined event feed for Twitch and YouTube. The YouTube one is not showing subscribers for some reason, and I don't know why. That's something I'm going to have to look into. One day things will work. That would be a fantastic thing. Zero monitor. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I was just trying to figure out. We were just talking about Titanfall Titans and painting the tower like Titanfall. And also, I have not played Titanfall 2, so I will remedy that. There was a sort of green and there was like a, I don't know. Did some translations, looks like a Thai name. Oh, okay. Okay. You're a Papa Scorch? I'll need a little more abdominal. A word I can't pronounce. Abominable. Hold on. Wait. Abominable tech. Before they'll be accepted fully into the grim dark. I know. I just not really into it. Doesn't. I can't really. I mean, they are obviously from another part of the galaxy, and they don't aesthetically mix well with whole Imperium. Obviously, makes sense. It does make sense. Like they do look completely different. Still not entirely sold on them. Mr. Hive Tyrant, hello there. Happy Wednesday. How's it going? Kind of like Doom stuff. Yeah. Not massively into like a lot of my friends really like Dune. I don't hate it. I just don't. I'm not massively into it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Huh. We've got some more bits of scenery there. End up. We're not going to buy that. We're looking at stuff to jazz up our Imperial Guard armies today. That's what we're doing. As much as I would like this, I can't. Ooh! Oh, this is like a Valkyrie variant. Yo. Although I was saying yesterday, I'm not massively keen on mixing 3D printed, like entire 3D printed miniatures with GW stuff. I don't mind doing an entire 3D printed army. That work, it's bits. I mean, it definitely. Have to see. Anyway, so today is obviously not a painting stream, but we are moving towards getting our Imperial Guard up and running. We've added a few things into the cart. We've added one thing into the cart. We've got these stowage kits. Where was the other stuff? Did we not already add that? We got some artillery stuff. Quad mortar, siege cannon, heavy mortar, bombast field gun, the rocket launch, heavy las, Medusa. Gonna add this. Lathius, what's going on? How's it going, dude? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well, dude. What is going on with yourself? We're looking for things to print. Stowage. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at stowage and other bits and pieces. Modern miniatures. Not much. Got back from hospital. Is everything okay? Time to veg. Absolutely. Absolutely veg. Got some backpacks. Click on this one. Let's have a look over at modern minis. What do they have to sell? Ooh, compounds. BTR. Hello there. We'll see vehicles. A Land Rover Defender. I would love a Land Rover Defender. We're not getting sidetracked, but that's a sweet, sweet BTR. But we were just looking for stowage today. Like, we were just looking at the Alpine Vice one, which is full of saucy bits and pieces for Warhammer-y thing. They're not sort of it's not contemporary. I mean, I suppose it could be contemporary armor, but they've got like these things. We got more things. So we've got the sticks, twigs, various bits of track, and you know. So I do like this one. I do like Alpine Vice's stuff. I've got one of their things over there. But yeah, the Alpine Vice one, I will. Hold on, I suppose I should put these in the chat, really. Bad boy. Bunkers, radars, stowage, bridges, and more. Stowage, bridges. Oh. This is bolt action. I can't. Bolt action is what scale? I believe it's smaller than GW. Believe. I've been wrong before. Not many times, admittedly. Let's be real. However, I have been wrong. Catching one has vines all over it. I have a white dwarf with a Baneblade art guide. Can you tell me what number it is? You saw bolt action's 28 mil. I thought it was smaller. Okay. Well then. Brat. I do like these turrety things because 60. Like as we saw earlier. Then today. Alpine Vice. Did I add this? Ready? Yes. The Imperial defense line. They do. It's very saucy. It doesn't come with the tanks. Sorry, not with the tanks, the artillery. But this is pretty saucy. And for a like embedded artillery bit, I mean it could be good for a bit of scenery. Okay, let us. What was the next one I wanted to click on? 28 mil generic. Stowage. We got those gasoline tanks, various tarps, bits, boxes. Been looking at basing STLs. Ooh, Solo, I hope you found some good ones. There are lots out there. Almost, but I think the problem is there's almost too many. Too many. Sleep well. All right, I think, have I clicked on this one yet? Epic. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you found some. Wait, hold on. Either basing, Epic Basing sounds like a company. Although it could be really. That is pretty. Epic Base Ped. Epic Base, they're a company. Okay, so I will hunt them down. I'll hunt them down because I mean, basing is all. White Door 337, February 2008. Thank you very much. I will hunt that down. I will hunt that down with hunger of someone quite hungry. That's number 37. I can't type. Two 2008. Oh god, that's got. You know what? So that has the shock attack gun in. In 2008, I wasn't. I think that was basically when I was wrapping up painting 10 years. So I don't think I got this. But I do remember my youngest brother who collected orcs. I was collecting Space Marine. I remember him getting the shock attack. I'm trying to remember how he painted. I think he used a lot of yellow paint. I've been following their Insta for a while. Oh, I've already been to their website because the link is purple. have a look at their stuff. Well, they do STLs as well. Newest STL. Ooh. Exotic coral. Temple structures. Baby mushrooms, granite talk, concrete crumbling, voodoo crumbling, sedge grafts, tufts, sagebrush, prickly pear cactus, baby cactus. Bloody hell. Holy moly, they got a lot of bits and pieces. Little rats. I have a lasting memory of a very early edition game of 40k taking out a Land Raider with a shocker. Although it took a few turns. Because that's the one where it basically you fed in. I want to say Gretchen's. Gretchen might not be the right word. Small orky things, and it teleported them into like the suit of Terminator armor. Is that Snotlings? To apologize. Then rolled on a table to find out what they did. Yeah, what are the sort of options? They disappear completely, or I go a bit mad. Thank you so much for reminding me about this company. I'd completely forgotten by the looks of it. Village rubble, temple rubble, tree fungus, waymarkers and runes. Bonsai trees. Raiters. Duckboard. Battlefield obstacles. Hey Christian, how's it going? Wait, hold on. Sorry, I do apologize. Is Christian your Christian name? Or is that your religion? What medium do you find best to thin paints for? It's both. Well, that makes things very easy. That makes things very easy. I just did a double take. I was like, hold on. Shouldn't instantly assume that's someone's name. What medium do you find best to thin paints for brush painting? Or is what I honestly like. So I have Lamian medium, right? I have Lamian medium, which I do use it, but I also forget to use it. Honestly, I would say for the majority of things, using water, absolutely. That's what I would say. There are some paints out there which definitely, like water's almost a bit too thinning, where Lamian medium is better over. I think for the majority of the cases, Lathius just drools onto the paint. I think for the majority of cases, water's absolutely fine. I would certainly get some Lamian medium anyway. Or, I mean, you don't have to get this specific stuff. Like, there are a variety of paint companies, artist companies out there which basically do the same stuff. However, what I would say is, don't do what I. All right. Is this the right one? Yeah. But don't do what they have, for example. Hold on, let's get the light over here so I can actually show you the depth of my embarrassment. That's not a euphemism. No, why? This is exactly the problem. Everyone likes different things. Everyone. Unfortunately, you've got to just try what works. See what works best for you. You know, because everyone has different ways of painting. Now, so I do have Lamian medium. Promise. Yeah. But various companies do glazing medium, which is basically the same stuff. However, don't do what I did. Check on it. Check the rest. Check on the graphic. Read the words is what I'm trying to say. Because if you just assume that it's all the same, like I did, then you might run into a little bit of a problem. This is very glossy. This is really glossy. So I've not really used it a huge amount because, like, these days I matte varnish everything when I finished anyway. So this isn't a major issue for me, but it's something to be aware of. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I got to say on that, because it's yeah, like some of these things especially, I mean, the $7.99, that £8. That's a few pots of paint otherwise. No. A few pots of paint. Batman's Kitchen, the Talaran one is a little weird because the front heavy bolter was replaced with a dual las. Was it really? Hold on. You posted the whole thing. There is a conversion guide for the Fortress. Oh, really? So, Christian, what stuff do you kind of paint? Alan Bain. See, I was thinking, right? I was thinking. We wrote our list yesterday. And then right at the very end, for my Vestroyans, we managed to do 500 points. Then we accidentally jumped up to 1,000 points. Then I thought, well, you know what? They like that. They like their heirloom weaponry. Basically, they'll probably have an heirloom Baneblade. Oh, hello. That's, oh god, they got a Vestroyan Baneblade on the article. Ha! That's great. Fantastic. Oh, they've yoinked the standard. Oh, Half Naked Man doesn't have a standard to carry. That's and the Catachan Hellhammer. They got bushes growing all over it. Gad's Catachan version is trying to hunt down enemies. I reckon the Catachan Hellhammer or Baneblade in general would probably have a Dozer Blade variety on. Or maybe like some circular or chopping down trees. Adian Baneblade. Article. Arrogance. Very cool. Or a lawnmower. Yeah, exactly. Or a lawnmower. Yeah. I'm thinking, like, you know, I can't remember which one it is now. I can't remember what James Bond it is. You know, it was one of the Pierce Brosnan James Bonds when he goes to, I think it's what's that stuff? Those eggs. Those fish egg things. One of those farms. Apparently, it's really... Oh, the word almost appeared in my brain. I saw it. My brain almost... Yes. My brain saw it for a second, and then it just like, good luck. I'm going to leave you hanging on the edge. It was like a caviar farm, I believe. And anyway, so it was in some woods or something. So there was a helicopter flying around with great big. It had a sort of 5 circular saw blades, absolutely massive, like dangling down from the helicopter. It was the weirdest thing ever. I don't know if it exists. I really hope it does because it's very cool. But like, get one of those on front of the Bane blade, but just rotate it 90. You know what you remember what I'm talking about later. I'm glad I'm not going bananas. I can't remember if I said this here, but the plague drones. Yes, you did. Did indeed. Batman's Kitchen. The plague drones are flesh mowers. Absolutely. Yeah, it was for trees. It wasn't for like milking fish. I know you don't. By the way, just to clarify, I know you don't milk fish for caviar. It just appeared in my brain as. Well, we were looking on the right page. We are. So we are continuing to look at this sort of stuff. We're not sidetracked at all. Got nice candles. Graveyard always. Energy nodes, lightning bolts. Alien creep. I got some tentacles. Bottle. So many cool things. 154. Here we go. Industrial drums. Shell canisters. Oh, I'm liking this. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff. Industrial pipes. Check out Tamiya for tank add-ons. I got a cut. Ooh. I have a box of Tamiya. It's basically tank. It's not tank stowage. It's like tank traps and stuff like that. World War II, I believe. German stuff. How do you milk a fish? We're still on epic basing, yes. I suppose I should. Once we've done this, I'll drop their link into chat. Birchwood trees, demon stones, skulls. Oh, dead in more than just skulls. Auxiliary skulls. Here we go. Palm trees. Palm plants. Barnacles. I got little hermit crabs. Seafloor critters. More cactuses. There's an organ pipe cactus. I don't know what that's called. You'd like a couple of different size pipe sets still to go with your Mechanicus strain. Well, I was looking at the not the ruined ones because that's a bit beyond my. I was thinking potentially like if I can locate the time in my life once we get back to 3D modeling. That is the goal at some time this year. It's probably going to be the last day of the year, knowing my luck. Just so I'm sort of technically accurate, I can say, oh yeah, we started 3D model 31st of December last year. Still technically last year. Ooh, concrete structures. We're going to have to spend a bit of money on this website, I think. Pitcher plants. Okay. Pumpkinhead. Very nice. More cactus. Cacti. Right. In terms of service, please don't say they have a merchant license. Resin bits. See what we have here. Oh, so they print them as well. Okay. Nice. Just slap that into chat for people on Twitch and YouTube. Castilian? Barterel, hello there. How are you doing today? What's going on? Happy Wednesday to you. We're doing zero painting today. We're entirely looking at 3D bits to print. Because we got a few Imperial Guard armies. Vaguely waiting to start work on. And but I thought first of all we need before we start the building process, if we start printing out some sort of stowage and stuff, put on the tanks, some backpacks for soldiers and stuff like that to sort of make them a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit different, a little bit not straight out of the box, and that would be a good thing. Living a dream. What are you up to today? How's your Wednesday looking? But yeah, we got a variety of, we got Catishans, Cadian list, Deathcore. We've ended up just dropping of Krieg. We just call them Deathcore now. We got, where are we? Catishan, Cadian, Deathcore, and Vestroyans. The Vestroyans are going to be a lot less, but we were trying to. Yeah, that was the army list we had yesterday for the Vestroyans. It went from 500 points to 1,000. Then it went, well, just under 1,000, and then basically we added on a Warhound Titan. They're fancy. You're in an ad break. I shall wait for the ad. Has it finished already? I can't tell. Pre-roll is off. Apologize. Right. Lathius. Oh, I was not saying that. How very dare you? But I shall while the question is being typed, we'll have a little rummage through these other World War II. So probably not bad. Not bad. Oh, rat, I saw something at the last second. This is for Sherman tanks. Sherman tanks. Not necessarily a bad thing. So they have the sticks as well. And they got some stowage of sorts. I think I'd seen this one before. Not sure. Thing is, a lot of the tanks don't really have rhinos, etc. Have to remember what the Chimera looks like. I have to remember what the Chimera looks like. No, it's all right, Castilian. It's absolutely fine. So you're working on proxying a Norn emissary. Okay, so that's the big thingamajig. I know what it looks like. You know what it looks like. Yo, wait, hold on. Folks. Just very quickly, before we get too sidetracked talking about Norn emissaries, I wanted to have a very quick butchers at Captain Centos. He's got a power fist. He's got a an auto bolt rifle, I believe. Better than ever, and his backband is resplendent. Backbanders need to make a return to Warhams. Just hashtag saying, look at this sweet beast. So he was 9 years ago to mark the 100th store in America. So this 200th store in America now. That so he'll be available during a worldwide celebration at Warhammer stores, alongside plenty of other celebratory gear. It will be available at our retail stores while stocks last. Stay tuned to the community to find out when to go and get him. Sweet. That's the old one. And that's the even older one. Right. Ultra Squid. Oi, oi. How's it going? Happy wiggly eyebrows. Happy Wednesday to you. We're talking about Norn emissaries. Castilian is wanting to find a proxy. The STL that the person I get files from has one that comes up as 100mm base. You painted 3 of them for triple Norns, saucy. That is the holy... I was going to say the holy trilogy. It literally is the holy trilogy. Getting things in multiple of 3s is always a good... Ultra Squid, what's your day looking like today? How's it panning out? I have website awake. What's going on? I clicked on Tyranids and it's not doing anything. Tyranids, UAV. Trying to remember. It's the big bad boy thing, isn't it? One of these bad boys. They just don't look great as Norns, I feel like. So I'm looking at scaling up a different model, which is on a 50mm base by, by doubling it up. That makes sense. Hold on, let me give you a permit. Then you can have a look at what you're looking at. I have to give you 2 permits, okay? Because it only allows sort of 1 at a time. I can only, like, 1 permit per link. It's before 10 a.m.? Flippin' Nora. Wait, hold on. That's sort of before 10 a.m. Okay, that's crushing my brain at the moment. It's 5:20 here. 5 hours ago would be 12:20. I'm so bad at maths. It just makes me look really stupid trying to figure out time. That's 7, 8 hours behind? 8 hours? I'm so sorry. I wish I was better at maths. Maths is like one of my weakest things. Staying awake is also bad. Not my strong. Okay, that's 1. Hold on. Let me give you the other permit. There we go. Drag that over there. Stone Crusher Carnifex. Okay, well, we'll have a look for that as well. So this is the one you did print up. Oh, okay. I was struggling seeing what was what. Okay. All right. I mean, I can see vaguely where they're going with it. I don't get many sort of like neuro brain vibes. Okay. It just doesn't have that. I mean, I like it. Like the problem is, I like miniatures in general. I kind of like it as a thing to paint. What's the rest of your army looking like? That's one of the things I really find like, which is why I'm not massively keen on having a Games Workshop army and then adding in sort of, I don't know, like 3D printed captain or 3D printed vehicle or something, because they don't quite mesh. Which is why I tend to do a Warhammer army and then a 3D printed, like fully 3D. That makes any sense. Just because otherwise, like, there's a little bit of stylistic stuff which the people have to use to sort of make things legally distinct. You know what I mean? They're all proxies from this person's STLs. They're going to potentially double this up. Well, it's got all the big grabby arms. It's got the brain thing going on. Is that clear, like solid resin? I mean, I see where this one scaled this up. I mean, it has all the sort of, it's got the brainy bits that the, you know, bad boy has. Got many arms. Got auxiliary tentacle bits. I don't. Oh, this one has tentacly bits at the back as well. You know? Yeah. I reckon it would work. I mean, it's the same style. You know, stylistically, it would fit with the rest of the printed. I'd give it a go. Yeah. Bone Crusher Carnifex. Is this on my mini factory? Batman's. Might have to look at this elsewhere. Ultra Squid, it looks like the brainy bits is either a separate piece or already painted. Why would they paint it? Are you talking about on this one here? To me, it looks like the clear stuff is a separate bit, as you say. A neuro shrimp. Object parts. Does it list it? No, they don't list the individual breakdown bits. Oh, Lexicanum. Okay. It's a second piece that has to be printed in clear resin. Yeah. Do you, out of interest, like I've not, it's been, it's been 4 years since I've used clear resin. On my very first 3D printer I purchased, it came with green clear resin. And it's been ages since I've used any since. Are there any really good sort of crystal clear or almost crystal clear resins out there? Something I need to look into for some of the stuff that I print. It was an obscure resin nid that looks baller, but finding an STL for it would be horrible. Stone Crusher one. It does sound familiar. Gone from Forge World. Oh, it's that one. Of course. Of course. This one, wasn't it? Not quite sure what it sort of... I guess it's for, you know, when it rams something. I liked its big pincer hands. Big sort of... I don't know, I was going to call them lobster hands, but they're not really lobster hands, are they? Lobster claws, all lobster claws. Bloody hell, we're struggling with English today. I'd completely forgotten about this one. GW should bring it back. Would be pretty sweet. They should bring a lot of things back. Let's be fair. Bring a lot of things. So yeah, in answer to your question, Castilian, I reckon, I mean, it's absolutely worth a go, right? Just print one out and see how it's looking. Because like when you, I don't know, sometimes when you, not something I've done a huge amount of, like scaling things, because if you, I mean, it should work, right? It should work. This is scaled for 100 mil base. Like all the bits are like correct size. And this is scaled for what, a 50 mil base. But if you double everything up, then it should all look pretty like it sits in place. Right size. Thanks, Nightbot. So that's the Tyranid situation. Familiar with these. I'm not following them. Crab Cult, Deep Hive. Got Terrain as well. Got some interesting looking bits and pieces. Sweet crabs. Crab Killer Boss. Was I not on stream saying yesterday, do we do for the orcs that I have? Because we were someone Avian Thulium think was talking about the orc submarine. No, someone was saying about the rules, and then we got sidetracked again. And then I said, well, maybe we make our orcs aquatic, like watery orcs. And then here we go. You love the mother bug model as the Tervigon. I think it looks great. We'll find it. Nautical. Thank you. I was trying to figure out a way of bringing in the word orc to aquatic or something. Problem is, now I'm not thinking of Norcatal Lathius. My mind has chopped that word off and gone with this. Exactly, Lathius. Exactly where my brain went. I can't help it. Batman's Kitchen, I do apologize. My memory is just... Give him Super Psychers. I like these as well, these slasher crabs. I do like the... Before I forget, let me tickle that follow button. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget about this person and be like, saw some cool crab and orc things the other day, and I can't remember who it was. And then I'll just spend 5 years trying to find someone. Deep Hive transported jellyfish. That's pretty cool. Gaz with a giant orange and yellow quad super soaker with a Nerf logo. Exactly. I always like the super soaker, because the majority of us have super soakers or super soaker adjacent things. Are we of that era? Some people might not be. You're like, what the talking about? I don't even know how long when they stopped making super soakers, or indeed, did they ever stop? Were they still going? Like, I like the Super Soaker 100, which was, I think, yellow and green. Whatever, it's something like that. I think my younger brother had the Super Soaker. I think it was the 500, which had like 2 water bottles on it. Very jazzy. And then I think they started bringing in battery-powered ones. Or battery-powered pumping. You're into that kind of thing. You're born February... Oh. Are you... You were born February 2008? And you had a Super Soaker adjacent. That's wild. I can't remember when Super Soakers like first were released to the public. Find out just now. But they were a revelation. A revelation. $1989. That right. Sounds about right. It took me it took us a while to get our hands on a Super Soaker. Because I think they were American. They took like a year or two to get over to England, as far as I could tell. But then they were very popular. You had the yellow one, and a friend had the blue one. Yeah, the blue one I think was what my youngest brother had. I think it was called the Super Soaker 500. I'm really scraping the old brain pan. I'm pretty sure like a battery-powered one. Oh god, I might be getting the names all mucked up. Wait, oh, this was the I think the American one. This is I think what I was called. I thought this was the Super Soaker 100. Apparently, this is this is the American one. Maybe they up the numbers in UK to be like, oh, bigger number, better. Whoever got the hose was our heavy gunner. Exactly. Yes. The blue, they didn't have any batteries. They just said, no, I know the blue didn't have any batteries, but my brain is also saying, I seem to remember one after that which did have, not the blue one. Super Soaker battery powered? Surely they're all battery powered by now. Oh god, that just reminds me of an awful advert. That's just, oh no. Oh god, what was the advert for? It was it looked like a water gun. Sort of. But it didn't squirt water. It didn't squirt water. All I can say is it was quite tough. I can't remember the name of the. I don't remember the name. I'm going to ruin my search history now. It's probably an iPad game instead now, where you don't leave the house. Very true. True. I'm really. Well, I'm trying to remember the name of this stupid water gun now. Wasn't called the Oozinator. the Oozinator. Time Blaster. Did I just read that? I just scrolled past and saw. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at. Oh, getting really sidetracked. Folks, we're looking for 3D printed bits for my Imperial Guard. We got some bits. We have some bits, right? Clear this up a little. This is on Cults. Sorry about this. If we type in tank stowage, stowage on Cults 3D, Alpine Device. They've got many saucy bits. Tiger tank for stowage. Panther Alsv. No. It's not really not Lathius. It's really not. Seriously. Cults 3D, when you go there, they have some very... I'm going to tell you something. But I can't tell you truly everything, because also streaming to YouTube. And I got to remain, like, at YouTube happy and Twitch happy, although there are some very interesting things on Cults 3. There's an entire category. I thought one afternoon I thought I'd have a look just because, wondering what the hell people were printing. They weren't just statues of people with their tops off. Marital aids, I'm talking about. People can really print them out, which doesn't surprise me. But it did at the time. Vintage Super Soaker 500, 140 quid. Yeah, that's basically what it was. Fat Man's Kitchen. I don't know why I didn't think about that people were doing that sort of stuff, but I thought, oh, I'm gonna have a look. Like, thing is, I sell 3D prints on my store. What a segue that is! Bang. I have like a bunch of statues from Ritual Design, for example. And they do like the clothed version, and then they do the not safe for work version, i.e., most of them are topless. Some of them are, don't have any undercrackers on either. So there are a lot of those on Cults, but things. What's up, Dave? I know we're not painting at all today. Yeah, it's in the title. I learned my lesson from it the other day's stream. How you doing, Dave? Happy Wednesday. One thing I have found with the big vehicle STLs is that you can find scaled down models for Imperialis. That is true. That is true. Lathius, when you put it like that, it just sounds absolutely terrible. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Happy Wednesday to you. What's going on? We're looking at 3D print. Like I say, I'm working on. We're slowly ramping up. We're in the planning stages. This is before the building stages and before Dave says anything, before the painting stages. Conveniently, we're looking at bits to tart up our Imperial Guard tanks. You found a Thunderhawk gunship like that for a mate? Well, a lot of these things can be scaled up. I just do worry about the because like the amount of detail sculpt into like an Imperialis miniature and then scale up, like some of that's going to be. However, it is, it is very good. Taking a quick break, getting some scran before I return to working on the studio. Hell yes. Whereabouts in the studio are you up to? So, what was this we're looking at? Some rear details. I like the way they just added a chair. They've added a wooden chair. Huh. I do. It's based on 3D scan data, so this is 1/35th scale. Many exhaust pipes. Stowage bin. Bradley. Badger, shush, right? Stop giving GW secrets away, man. They'll stick the lawyers on your ass. True. But then they'd actually have to come to my stream first. But anyway, what we're looking at stuff to tart up our miniatures. Like stuff that GW doesn't make anyway. I'm not too fussed. I'm looking at like stuff like this. Fuel cans. Start up our Imperial Guard. And other bits and pieces. Stowage racks. I do love a good rack. And this looks pretty bloody good, actually. Add that to the 3D cults list. See, this is the stuff. So this is the resin. When I had my first printer, which was Nova 3D Elfin 2, it came with 500 milliliters of clear green stuff. And I have the skull that I thought I brought it up here. I didn't. I have the original green skull I printed out years ago downstairs. Quite fond of the more. Likewise, Lathius. They hold on. By the way, just saying. Wiggly eyebrows all over the place. There is a big bloody tank there. Oh, is this a tank or is this 2 tanks? I don't know how to describe this. Kind of all over the place. Most of the tearing out the crappy job's done. I've built an airbrush station, hell yes, with an inline fan and the spur switch. All the ducting and stuff done. Now I'm resurfacing the kitchen worktop. Putting a new layer of battens and OSB. OSB, can you tell me what that is? Can't quite figure out. Anyway, they seem to have been painted with industrial grade white tar. Oh no. Oh no. The Nightmare and others. New wall facing is faster. That makes sense. Orientated strand board. I've never heard of that. No. Well, okay. The whole situation with the stairs is, right? There is a staircase in there. There's not a banister. There's no banister in there. So it's just have to walk very close to the wall when going up and down the stairs. But when the builders were making it, we went, yo, you really want to do this? Feeling confident. And he was like, yeah, I've done it before. We asked him 3 times, showed him the plans. Are you okay with this? Plans, you okay with this? Yeah. Said yes. Anyway, so carried on. It was a complete disaster. It was a complete disaster. But we have the staircase is in. So, you know, things are progressing. You'll have seen it before. Oh, okay. Okay. Your Keaton Walker will mess that up. OSB is kind of particle board, but the particles are about... Really? Massive particle. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm going to Google this on a different... I'm still liking this tank, by the way. I haven't forgotten about this tank. Oh, that stuff. Okay. I never knew that's what it... There we go. That's my bit of education for today, ladies and jelly spoons. I never knew what that was called. Stuff. Oh, the Catan? Okay. I thought that's what it was for a second, but I thought maybe that's slightly different. Hold on. So yes. Anyway, Scott, that's good news. Like, progress is happening. I'm glad the studio's coming along. Gabba, what's up, you saucy rascal? I did. We've had a little ooh hello. We've had a little ooh hello. Yes, I did see it. I thought, hello there. Definitely getting at least one of you. How about does anyone else see him? I thought it was Pedro when I first saw him. I mean, it could be. I thought it might be for a second. I reckon it's probably quite convertible. It's cross-orientated, which makes it very stable and strong in all directions. Even thin board. Oh, really? And like, how expensive is it? Because I've looked at it, like, because obviously I know absolutely nothing about building or anything, really. Pizza, yes. Slight bit about painting. But I looked at the OSB and always thought it looked like cheap crap, but to be also very dark blue for an ultra. Yeah, well, we can change that. That's like the GW seem to be going further and further away from sweet ultra blue. Like they're going darker and darker. I mean, they're going to be titillating the Night Lords soon enough. It's far cheaper than plywood. Oh, okay. I would like to get my hands on this old one. I say this old one as well. Both old ones. That is like a librarian color, exactly. Generally cheaper than plywood of the same dimensions. Good for applications where it will be covered with other materials. Well, there we go. Thank you very much, Ultra Squid. Thank you very much. And Scott, I've got my little bit of knowledge today. Can actually have a conversation and go, yes, I know these things. It has to stay in my brain long enough. That's the issue. So we were looking at bits of stowage for the Imperial Guard, Gabba. That's what we were looking at, like little bits and pieces to tart up my boys and girls and the tanks they ride around. We found some bits. Found this. Where's that massive tank of Doom gone? Oh, it was here. It was on Cults 3D. We saw this succulent beast. This was, I clicked on this, but I didn't. I was trying to find something else, but I clicked on the wrong one. Anyway, they have. We were back here. Eleni, you've returned. You didn't pass out again. You didn't overeat and just go food coma time. Welcome back. Oh, you're plastering over it. Bloody hell. Are you good at plastering? I'm good at getting plastered. Or at least I used to be. I don't... Lordy, what's up, you saucy beast? How's it going? What is cracking? Happy Wednesday to you. You didn't pass out. You didn't have enough spring rolls. That's the problem. There wasn't a production line of spring rolls, and that's where you went wrong. I think I bit the inside of my mouth. It do be going, though. I'm groovy, baby. I'm groovy. We're looking at bits and pieces that I can print out. Are these stormtrooper type things? Space. I almost said space wolves. It got wolf in the name. It's not my fault. Star Wars thingies? Is that what they are? I think they are. Russian tank riders. The Su-85. The Badger artillery tank. No, unfortunately, I have nothing to do with this. I'm kind of an all-rounder at DIY. Lucky rascal. I am not an all-rounder at that at all. You've done a bit of everything at least twice. A few times I've done faster. I picked it up very quick. I mean, it's crazy. I like occasionally watch occasionally an Instagram reel gets thrown at me, or a YouTube short. I don't know why, because I hate them both. They get thrown at me, and like usually some DIY, wizard, or or actually someone who does not DIY, but like that's their profession. Like how quickly they do stuff, it's just depressing. Oh, a bit of bittage, yes. I love looking at bits. Batman's Kitchen. Find an STL for the. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Wait. I got you. I can do rewiring. I wouldn't trust myself, and it will go tits up. It will be a complete disaster, Scott. An absolute disaster. I got the right one. Here we go. Batman's Kitchen. Bit of jigging in some basic plumbing, plenty of sanding, nailing, and screwing. I mean, that's one thing I am good at, but and actually some good amount of nailing. Some sanding as well, I suppose. Gluing, but I wouldn't. What's the word? Trust any sort of structure I put together. It would be a complete disaster. It would be all over the place. So yes, I will be getting this. I've not added it to the list of purchases yet, but it exists. Hold on. Anyway, so we've got to stay focused on the bits, though. Folks, how are you doing on Wednesday? What's your day looking like? Tell me your secrets, please. I would like to know. I think we just got into tanks, and that's it. Prometheum tank. Hello. Eleni, what if there are no secrets? Make them up. Make them up. That's what I say, Eleni. Yeah, make something up. Use Wago. I'm gonna go with Wago connectors for all the Lecky. Much safer. Are they the ones which is just like, destroy my knowledge, my deep electrical knowledge? They're like a plastic thingy with like metal bits in. Put some cable in there and then you slap it shut. Is that? Am I showing off my deep electrical? My secret. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Well, Gabba. I mean, seriously, that's why I have OnlyFans. All I gotta say. I think I do actually have an OnlyFans account. With absolutely, I don't think I posted anything on it because I thought, well, can't beat him. Join him. Obviously, I posted nothing on it. No screws required. Oh, okay. That's bloody wonderful. Pretty sure it'll have furry content. No, I am not the person for that. Lathius. I know that's deep-seated desire of yours. But this is the concern, you see. I know I have Badger on my username. I didn't, truth be told, when I came up with like my original gaming hag, I think username was like Badger Beta. It still is on a variety of accounts. I didn't realize furries were a thing. Like it was not a thing that I was remotely aware. Okay, you're 100% of my furry education at this point. I'm glad I can provide education for someone. You know, it's what I like to do. Eleni, seriously, it's terrible. And it's too late now. It's too late. I just have to firmly say no. You keep that filth out of you keep those filthy things to yourself. I don't want to know your saucy thoughts when it comes to furry bits. Gabba, seriously, we're going completely off tangent. It's terrible. I'm just going to blame Disney. The furry master himself. You've sadly known. Really? Like, when did they? I mean, bearing in mind we have to stay vaguely PG for lovely you, and indeed, when did they sort of into existence? Do you think? Keep those paws away. Paws off. Hey. Then they're nowhere near me, right? All right? I got jazz hands and spirit fingers. You had an ex that used to make... Really? Like, in my mind, not that I've thought about it a huge amount, but people buy those suits, right? They're not cheap. Is that correct? I do apologize, by the way. If folks out there watching this stream are into it, I'm not having a dig at you, right? It's just something I'll never understand. Since the 80s? Were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the original? So they're not they're scalies, I guess, right? It's been a good decade. Eleni's saying the 80s. Oh god, wait. Was it Splinter? Was it Splinter? A full fursuit was expensive as bleep. Damn, if only I could sew, then we could have yet another. We could try and make some more money some other way. Similar price to a full suit of metal. Serious? Biker mice from Mars. April O'Neil. Hey, listen. Don't have a go. That yellow boiler suit. And the red hair. Good look. We got very distracted. Chat. Lovely people in chat. There's a lot of engineering involved to get it. Really? I really it's really honestly nothing I've thought about. I'm unfortunately now trying to think of what they look like. I can't really think what they look like. I'm not Googling it. There's quite a lot of engineering to go on. I suppose that makes sense. Hey, if people want to buy it. I got a... Oh, it says damaged tank. I looked at the barrel and thought, it's for shooting around corners. Because I know they made a Russian gun or a German gun. They made a barrel which did actually curve. I think it had like a 30-degree bend to it. I don't mind the whole furry thing. I don't care about it. It's just nothing I've thought about. And it doesn't do anything. I draw the line at grown adults crawling around the floor. Well, I was going to say, well, you know, bit of crawling's okay. But in dog costumes on a leash. Yeah, I mean, some stuff just... Especially due to rigorous use. Wait, hold on. What vigorous usage are we talking about? You're down for whatever. Yeah, but you're a degenerate. You're a degenerate, Gabba. That's all. Puppy play is not entirely... Wait, what? Space Wolf players are getting real angry. Fat Man's Kitchen, this is the problem. Space Wolves were my first army as well. They were my first army, which is not helping the situation. Don't say anything, all right? Listen, back in 1993, 94, I didn't know, okay? I was innocent back then. All right, I hadn't been corrupted. Took a few years. The lamp. Woo! Woo! Jesus. It's not my fault. It's all you degenerates. Completely taking this stream side. Shocking. All badger corrupting it. All right. Well, in that case, everyone should be, make sure they're subscribed. I only talk to subs. Oh, God, they think they had clothes on. Those women. Or it was very cold. Ooh, what's this? This is our tank. What the devil is this thing? Oh my God. How is this even... Please tell me this real. Oh, it's a prototype. This is a real thing. You're right there, Eleni. I do apologize. Gas tanks. Okay, I think we've run out of ooh. Oh, that's... I don't think we've got any more stowage going on. Yeah, we're just scrolling for the sake of scrolling now. Whee! Let's go all the way back up. Yesterday, well, I like to provide a good spread of content. Jesus. I like that little spider tank beside that. Gives me the 80s tank police. Almost ordinary people need to know is that furries make sure the internet works. They stress test it. They stress test the internet. Is that what they do? Who knows what next week's going to bring, Gabba? It's terrible. Could be anything. You'll have to make sure you're watching the stream to find out. just tempting people by talking about utter filth. What would you call, like, backpacks and stuff like that? Soldiers, etc. carry. I know there's a proper word for it. Backpacks might not be it. An overwhelming number employed. Oh, really? Furries love the progress. AI. Oh, yes, I have seen a lot of that. Like, people seem quite happy just throwing all sorts on, like, Twitter and places. Very weird. Rigorously. Packs. Thank you. And rucksacks. Packs and rucksacks. Okay. We're going to start with rucksacks. We'll go to packs as well. Rucksack? My spelling is terrible. There's a halfling merchant. Sorry, we're clicking on this anyway, because look at this bad boy. Whee! That. He is got some business to do. Okay, let's see if we can. I know that we've already looked at these. Didn't click these ones out. These are a bit sort of contemporary. This also might be contemporary by the looks of it. Anyway, we've got some. We've already got some stuff in our cart, which has. Oh, hello. Let's have a look at it. We've already got some backpacks in. Got the regimental standards. We got Katishan standard. Iman, hello. Who is John Warhammer? I don't know. Do not know. If I can find them though, we're going to have a chat. All right, we're going to have a chat because they need to. They need to bring out more time again. All right. And Battlefleet Gothic. All right. If I ever find them, I'm gonna have a chat, and they're gonna. We got some backpacks and things, but not enough. James Workshop's brother. Yeah. Could well be. Infantry. Oh, that's the word we're looking. Infantry. Oh god, infantry. I'm going to type packs. This could be a bit too widespread. Battlefleet Gothic new version rumored to. Oh, really? You need to pop out. All right, Gabby, you look after yourself. Are they related to Sigma? Could well be. Fat Man's Gothic. Sorry, I'm merging words and I'm just merging everything. Fat Man's Kitchen over on YouTube says a non 40k kit I got came with kind of vodka bottles that you could put in a grate. Needless to say, your Arctic Guard project will never be lacking in refreshments. They've always got that ice, like, you know, iced vodka on ice. Apparently, the Honest Wargamer is the source. Why can't they bring back More Time first? More Time should be first, then Battlefleet Gothic. Hopefully, the Honest Wargamer is incorrect. For that reason only. I'm sorry. I've got to put More Time before Battlefleet Gothic because I know that's going to make some people very sad. But there we go. See, this when I typed in pack, this is the issue because it brings in like multi packs of kits. They seem to have been bringing back all the others one by one at this point. No, they'd better. I mean, they've done Space Hulk 4 times. I know Space Hulk and More Time are separate. Like, they're not the same kettle of. However, that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm just trying to think of another way. Ooh, booster pack. If they gave it to the Necromunda treatment, it could be pretty. We don't want to go. We don't want to go too wild. We don't want to go too wild with the rules, Lathius. You know what I mean? Like the rules should. I reckon the rules should stay pretty much as they were. I don't mind. I think I could live with upgraded models, or you know. Fat Man's Kitchen says if they redo BFG, the ships must be made in scale. Yes, 32mm scale. they must be 32mm scale. No, you want to make a plague fleet? Oh, is that the way you'd go with the dirty Nurgle fleet? I suppose that'd be pretty sweet. Scott, great seeing you, dude. You took out a crappy ceramic hob, so now I have a gaping hole in your worktop to fill with lots of wood. So many comments. So many comments. You fill that hole with all of the wood, Scott. All right. You enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Evening, actually. We're slowly tickling into the evening. Great seeing you, dude. Have a wonderful rest of your day and don't be a stranger. All that kind of stuff. This guy got a lightsaber. Who are these people? Desert House? Oh, this Anvil. Have a look at Anvil. You'll be floating about. Mag. All right. Ooh, this. I saw some, sweet fluffy hats. Looking at the fluffy hats. Looking at the fluffy hat. I mean, they're pretty close. They're pretty close. The problem is the sweet Vestroyans they're too powerful. They're too fancy. You know? I mean, they're pretty bloody close though, like hat-wise. And they got an ornate power fist kind of thing going on. But I don't think they're quite there. Balance Kitchen, I love the things you can do with Nurgle. I mean, they do provide a lot of opportunity for conversions, and I got my big boy here. I mean, they are ripe for converting. Horn might get some attention from me eventually, but Slaanesh and Tzeentch require a different type of modeling that I don't really want to spend time on. That's fair enough. Like I've always thought of Khorne as and I've always thought of Khorne as like the generic Chaos God. Baby, I did call it Baby's first Chaos God. Yeah, that's what I've always like thought of them. I've always like Nurgle have always been very enjoyable, and I have liked Tzeentch as well. I'm not. I was never massively keen on Slaanesh or Khorne. They didn't really do much. However, now we do have a bit of a World Eater's army, and I do have some children over there. So obviously, we completely went vaguely 180. I do have some Death Guard. It's just 1,000 Suns kind of situation. Just like, nah. The Great Unclean one on my store. Do I have one? Oh wait, I do. Yes, I do have one. The thing is, that store is on Etsy. I've forgotten basically what I have. I'm transporting everything from Etsy also over to eBay, which is just really terrible because I'm having to go through each item and delete a couple of links which I have in it and replace it with some words. Just tedious. So that I just actually forgotten that I had that Parasite collectible. Have some very interesting sort of nurgly bits. I will. If I click on Anvil Digital, wait, no way with that. I don't. Oh, we're already looking at Anvil Digital. Got a variety of heads, rat folk legs, corporate security, more like auxiliary heads, more heads. I don't know if am I not following them? Let me remedy that. You found some backpacks. Lordy, let me give you a sweet permit. Love. See what you found. I don't think my search, what I typed into search was great. British Space Force? What? Thank you very much. We're just going to have a quick look at this. Thank you very much, Lordy. I've got, oh God, the music stuff. That is a disaster. Let me remedy that. Okay, it's not stopped. Hello, Porcupine. We got here. We got some, hello! I'm looking for some sweet moustaches. Oh, there we go. These are pretty snazzy. Facial furniture. There's a character on Horsey. Command pack. Tactical pointing. Big fan of tactical pointing. Praetorian Mordian Guard, yeah. Hold on. Wasn't getting sidetracked. Our Victorian miniatures, of course. I'd forgotten about them. I hadn't forgotten about them, but add that onto the like list. 10 bush backpacks. Have a look at what else old Victoria has. Base Aussies, very important. Female devil troops. Might have some bits. There are so many awesome companies out there which do so many awesome, like, human soldier types. They have the bush pack included with. How much of this? We got the chappies. Because I've looked at these hats before. Oh, I didn't realize they're called lemon squeezer hats. Ah! Oh, I didn't realize they were called lemon squeezers. We got some ferns and grass basing accessories, which we looked at earlier. Rolled sleeves. These might be pretty good for Catechans. I know they like to go mostly bare-chested, but you know, rolled sleeves is pretty cool as well. Locate some shirts for them. Banner bearer, look at that awesome banner. Yeah, no, Victoria's miniatures got. We've got some fantastic minis. I've yet to actually purchase any of them. Terrible. I do like this. I do like this, because rather than just like doing the top of the paint bottle, dab of the color, you actually get to see like what it looks like, you know, contrast, like works well with the contrast paints. Sergeant Tucky, I did see, where is he? He's at the top, wasn't he? Oh, this is a holiday one, excuse me. he I think we need to get this one though. He's got a bucket of tentacle bony bits. Like thighs. Some thigh of some creature. Where was the koala? Sorry, I missed. That's the dog. A comfy chair, an old woman. This is, oh, Sergeant Bazza is a free download. You had me at free download. You had me at free download. I'm just gonna. Well, where's OBS gone? OBS. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna download this for free. I don't know what happens when I click on it. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I wasn't sure if something weird would happen with the stream. Something like that. It is a concern sometimes. A little one-on-one on the back. Oh, on the backpack. Hold on. We'll just get this up. Oh, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. I know I should. Hanging off the side, that little. Oh dear, oh dear. Rangers, right here. So these are kind of, I don't know, I think of them like almost like Aneth, Gaunt's Ghosts. So some sweet capes. They appear to sort of scale well, at the right scale for certain other manufacturers for upgrades. Yeah, Ranger knife, pin, and can heads, variety of heads. There's Corporal Tucky here. He's still got his bucket of thighs. Very important. Captain Kane. Very nice. Devil's Officer Arm. There are the Bush backpack. Rolled down to them. Got some beret heads. Very nice. Like that. Orc Citadel paint pot topper swap. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Huh. Get one. Gonna have to come back to these. Very nice. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, here we go. They've got Victorian Riders. Yeah. So I reckon I might get some of those for the contrast paints, and probably for the inks. I reckon they're great because it'll give you a good sort of a glance what you're getting. Orc thing, yeah. Like Victorian miniatures, they seem to do a variety of different bits that show off what contrast paint or what does. I think I might get this one. We could make an entire stream of just going, here we go. Let's paint. So add that. Let's anyway. We are sort of looking for bits and pieces to make. We're looking for Cadians, like Vestroyans, Catachan, Deathcore. Probably something else. We got the Rough Riders. Oh, I didn't realize that Victoria they did a Taurox wheel conversion. I have some from I got a wheel set from I think it was Tarot Miniatures. For the Taurox, because I personally hate the Burning Passion. I hate the tracks Taurox has, and swapping it out, the wheel thing looks so much better. Now I know that Tarot, they did. I think it was Tarot. I could be mistaken. They did a there was a 4-wheeled option, and there was also a 6-wheeled. 2 up front, 4 at the back. Very saucy. Liked it. Yeah, the tracks are terrible. The best stream ever. Wait, what? You like the 6? Yeah, I think I have the 6-wheeled. Maybe. Potentially. I think it was Tarot Miniatures, although I'm... You know what? Now I've said that. I'm not entirely sure. Let me have a very quick butcher's. Painting all the paint pot toppers. I know. It would be very juicy. It would be quite the stream. Be like, yo. Today, we're going to just do so much painting. We're going to do so much painting. People aren't going to know what's hit. Okay, so I don't think it was Tarot Miniatures. Tarot Model Makers. Although you should absolutely check them out because they do some hot bits and pieces. Hot with a capital hot. There was a specific bit they did. Never got around to buying. And hold on. So Tarot Model Maker, they do sort of like upgrades and weapon things for a variety of bits and pieces. There was one which maybe they do still do it. There was an upgrade kit for a Knight Titan. A knight of some sort. Ragnar, what's going on, you saucy rascal? What's going? Happy... Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday too. This is Tau. Ew. Want to bet your tight on the amount of painting? No, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. Okay, so I don't think they do the thing I liked anymore. It was basically a bell. Batman's Kitchen over on YouTube might have liked the fact. It was basically, it goes on a knight. And it was sort of over the shoulders. And it was just like a bell. It was very cool. I never bought it and I regret it. I regret it. Big juicy amounts. Unless you know. Okay. Oh, sore arm still. See? Loonkite. Hello. How are we doing today? Some weekday. Exactly, Ragnar. Exactly. Spot on. Maybe he does still do it. Fluent Code, what's going on? Oh, he's got the Gatling gun. Wait. Steady. I'm not getting too hyped up. I'm actually getting slightly nervous. Might do it. Deathcore of Krieg head. I do normally stream on a Wednesday. Oh, okay. He still does it. Okay, he still does it. The Imperial Knight Warbell. Very cool. Yeah, I'm very sure. I've not streamed. There are a couple of Wednesdays I've not streamed. There were like a couple of Wednesdays I've not streamed this year. Like one time, I got in my own head and like I was literally talking to myself for about 45 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to turn this off because I think there was one other person and the bot. I thought, you know what? I just can't cope with it. That and the feculent Nalmor would make a crazy Nurgle Knight. Yeah. I saw this and I thought, you know what? This is pretty salt. You may eventually get it. I'm glad he still does it. So if you're corny, you can get your double axe. Well, I don't know if he does sort of nurgly bits. Unfortunately. Like weird tentacly bits. Clarify. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we've not found the bit I was looking for. I'm gonna give you my face while I Google it. You might be in the minority here, but that does like you are in the minority. Ever since I've seen that bit, I thought to myself, that's some good looking stuff. I've always liked it. We're gonna find this kit that I want to find. Zinj did it. No painting. Yeah, no. We're definitely not painting. We're slowly moving in the right direction towards where painting might become a thing. However, we're in the process of looking for bits for parting up the army, like adding on to the army. Like we've looked for some tank stowage today and found some tank stowage. We're looking for backpacks and I don't know, weird wibbly bits to stick on the rest of our, like Cadians, the Death Corps, Catachan, and the Vestroyans. Can that Titan Knight whatever actually hit a target on the ground with its close? I've no idea. It's for no. It's for bonking other knights, I think. I don't know if it's for bonking fleshy humans, etc. on the ground. I mean, I don't honestly. For me, I'm on this one. I'm sold just because it looks cool. Sometimes, so I don't want to get too sidetracked. However, okay, so here we go. Zinj, they do a 6-wheeled option for the Taurox. I can't remember which one I got purchased. It was either this bad boy or it was the 4-wheel option. I think I went with the 6. I'm kind of looking at it and thinking, I'm hoping I went with this, but I don't know. Got some stowage as well. Oh, I'd forgotten these. What Badger means, he is avoid doing any painting. I'm not avoiding it. We're slow. I don't want to. We're not avoiding it. We're meandering towards it slowly. We're looking at it. We don't want to paint the wrong. Don't want to paint the wrong. We're gonna get there. I certainly am all for building something that is entirely useless if its chosen enemy type has a day off. The speed of the stream is that of a startled slug. Exactly. Exactly, Gabba. Well, we don't want to rush into anything. That would be crazy. I was hoping this company had. I was hoping Zinj had STLs for us. I don't think they do. But do you have accessory? Orc buggy drivers, metal chains, ammo boxes. Small parts. What? Robotic servo arm. Heads. Astronaut helmets. Oh, I don't know. Obviously, I don't want to like. I don't want to break the habit of a lifetime and get anything finished too quickly. That would be daft. However, I do actually want. So the main issue is I really just need to come up with a paint scheme that I'm happy with, that doesn't look like trash, that I can get done relatively quickly. I mean, the thing is, right? I painted March from a Crag. I painted 50 Ultramarines in a month. I was looking at them the other day and going, "Ooh, they're not actually too bad." But once they're built, it's just trying to get the color scheme worked on. I can technically paint quickly if I make myself. I just don't like painting quick. It gives me a headache. You can limit it to a decade. Okay, so the 20. Yeah, well, hold on. That's this decade. That's 4.5 years. Pre or post pension age? Well, the problem is if I hit pension, I'm worried I won't be able to see anything. Like the vision, the vision is going to go at some. I'm going to have to bear that in mind. No, seriously though, I reckon we can probably get, like, once I've actually made my mind up, which is a major issue. Once I've properly made my mind up, I don't know how long it'll take to build. Like, I know the thing is, I know on YouTube there are plenty of people who can build and get this army box set done in 24 hours and stuff like that. We're not doing that. We can, depending on the amount of fleshy people, probably a couple of months, maybe. Not from now, but from when we start an army, maybe. It depends on which army we talk about. That's the major issue. Let's hold on. I'm going to give you the face for a second. We're going to go to new recruit. And then we're going to have a look at the armies that we've accidentally. Okay, so the Vestroyans, 40 geezers, 45, I suppose. Oh god, these are the Vestroyans. That's why I was looking at the Taurox, because I have one in this Vestroyan list, which Gabba made me put a Warhound Titan on. Get someone else to glue them all together. That would require knowing someone. That would be the issue. You need a Titan. Not like that. That would be a second Titan. We have the first Titan. I still haven't figured out where it's going to go. Gotta look away and close it. Which website are you talking about, Lordy? Okay, so we're not looking at Vestroyan yet because it's a light. It contains one of my favorite miniatures, and I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to make a pig's ear of it. I will maybe second or third. Maybe second or third. How many Vestroyan geezers do we need? Anyway, 40 of. Got 20. It's going to take a while to get 20 more. Anyway, so let's not look at them. Let's look at, okay, Cadia. Rogel Dawn. 30 geezers. That's doable. 3 heavy weapon squads. Field ordnance battery, 10 Kazakin, so 40 geezers. Let's call it 50 in total, just to be on the safe side. Rogel Dawn. Leman Russ, Leman Russ, Leman Russ, Leman Russ. 5 Leman Russes and a Rogel Dawn and a cheeky Stormlord. Never painted one of those, so I've no idea how long that would take. Oh, my mini factory. There's loads of good stuff. You should spend all the time there. Look at the Death Corps. Lord Marshal Dreer. We got the Death Rider Commissar. That'll be a conversion. Unless I can locate one. Command Squad. 40 Death Corps. 10 horses. It's going to take a while. This is going to take a while. I think it's the Cadian one. I think that's the one we're going to start with, by the looks of things. The actual Cadian one. And then Leggy Legs. Ooh! Like, did we add Ursula by accident? Yeah. Catachin are going to be last. I think it's going to be Cadian, Destroyan, Death Corps, then Catachin. Oh, bugger. My bad. The Catachin one, they've been held up because GW have not... They're just not releasing the Catachin Command Squad. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Would you like the Vestroyan STLs? I might have to... Question mark. Might have to. Phone code. Cadians are the Ultramarines, the Imperial Guard. Well, this is the thing, Gabba. This is why I want to... We're not actually going to... They might be Cadian models. But I'm wanting to make them not... I need to come up with a bit of something and call them not Cadians. Which is why we're looking on my mini factory today for some bits to make them less Cadian. More Ultramarine-y, in fact. We need to generate some lore for them. Cadia tanks. So we've got 30 Got some tanks. And a cheeky Stormlord. We got to convert them. We did find some sweet hats earlier. Some auxiliary heads would be good. Interesting backpacks. That sort of stuff. What are we doing for the rest of the week, folks? It is 6:50. We aren't doing a full 4-hour stream today. That is something. Absurdly big package of traitors. What is this? Apparently in the new Crusade book, Angron has pretty much destroyed all the Steel Legion. And what's not dead is a traitor. Oh, well, that's bloody convenient, isn't it? That's convenient. Holy mo. Why have we not looked at Grimguard? That's not looked at Grimguard. These are all naughty. These are all naughty people, though. Have a look at. I'll put these into chat. Batman's Kitchen right there. I don't have the STL of your favourites, so you have to make do with the rest of the Vestorians. Where do you want them? I will. I can send you a message on Discord or something. That would be a good thing. Well, one of these geezers should be enough. I think. Hope. But that, so if you want like the Renegade Builder Pack from off, have a look at their stuff. In fact, what else do they have? Bits and parts. Most evil. 28mm heads. Oh, they got Gene Stealer cult adjacent heavy mining teams. These are fantastic. We got some proper cultists here as well. Check out these bad boys. Oh, I dig these. If you ever get around to doing some naughty boys and girls, like that one, come back to it. I know, Gabba. It's pretty saucy, isn't it? And there was another one as well. There two. You see people knocking around Necromunda with that, don't you? You got an achievement? Oh! Straw hats? If you're feeling a little bit... I'm going to say Big Trouble in Little China. I know it's... But that's... Whenever I see this, I obviously like Raiden and Big Trouble in Little China. Mortal Kombat. And obviously many other. Oh. Absurdly big package of trenchers. Oh, hello. Also Blackadder. Blackadder as well, of course. It does scream Necromunda, yeah. Who have we got here? We've got not backpacks. Torsos. The Germanic WW1. French warriors. They do have backpacks. Might be worth getting because, like, you do have to do some. Ooh, yo, look at the size of that hat. That hat is majestic. My God, you know he means business with a hat like that. But I reckon having different helmet options when we get around to deathcore, anyway. Hell yes. Okay. I have to remember. Oh, is that a hat or a plinth? We'll save that for later. Where the back? Comfortable WW1 gas mask. We might have to. I've favorited them. Mining girls' heads. Sounds weird. Depends whether they're doing a handstand. Got mysterious monks. Special ops masked head. Definitely got some options on this one. Backpacks and things. Tank crew heads. Oh no! When I've said a what's it army incident, penal colony. I'm looking for some chaff. We're definitely going to be liking this for later. That is very nice. Have a look at the bonces, actually. Let's have a look at these. Commissar, if you plan on doing handstands, I suggest you wear the plinth hat. Okay. Well, I'm glad I found this person. They have some nice options. Madmen and pyromaniacs. Ideal. I like this one. It's like a bucket. Visor. Got some nice options here. Definitely going to have to remember this. Smooth criminals. These for baldies. Oh. I like the little, you know, the skull. What do you call it? Skull cap. Skull cap. One of these knitted hats. What are we doing for the rest of the week, folks? Looking for people with hats. Commanders with huge hats. Perfection. Absolutely. Do you? Bloody hell. Yeah, I've not heard of this creator before. Oh, have I? No, I don't. No, I haven't. I thought for a second that I might have. British helmets. Oh, if ever we get around to doing Alan, 30 options here. Definitely keep us occupied. Vampire Bat Lords. Interesting. Punk Rock Girls. Many ornaments. Oh, these are holy ornaments. I don't know if we want to slap those on our Acadians, although we do need something to jazz them up a little bit. Do we want to go bananas with the holy ornaments? Looking at the price of these, seeing if there are so many options. I'm gonna have to have a proper look-see at these. Slap the home button. Make sure I'm following them. So I don't miss out at stuff. I'm sure did I not see at least one of those needs to be a large clock. Can you imagine? Absolutely ginormous. Carriage clock. She did. She did exactly have one of those. Yeah. Very nice one as well. I've already purchased bug killers. Ooh, the Witch Slayer. Got a hammer and a crossbow. I have already purchased the Tunnel Rat. I thought they were looking familiar. They all did. It's a lot. Quite cool. I like this. Upgrade pack. And that's what they ride around in. Nice. I don't think they have any sort of... They have... I do like this... creator. Got some really nice bits. I've got their bug hunter right there. See there? Troop carrier. They got some really nice bits and pieces. Eee. Okay, I don't... Let us have a look at Station Fort. They have. Yes. We are looking... Oh, the fire station. Only wanted in Lego. Resin, yep. Yeah, resin, actually. Yes. We're at the point where I just like to jazz up the tanks and stuff that we build. Like I think we're going to do the Acadian list first, but I just would like to jazz up the tanks a little bit and fleshy people. So I'm just looking for bits like backpacks and shovels and I don't know, hats. Yeah, well, this is not a painting stream, right? We're not doing. It's not a painting stream today. Like, not all hobby is painting. Don't want to get too crazy with the old, you know, what is a hobby stream? But not all hobbying is painting. I hate to break it to you. You heard the P word today again? Yes, yes, indeed you did. So, I'm just wondering if they have any like basically backpacks. They have actual whole fleshy bits, like the Grimguard Flamers. I can't quite remember how they're actually broken down. I've not downloaded them yet. Picture. Okay, so Hmm. Engineers. Scavenger snipers. Yeah, these are all a bit kind of one piece, so I don't think I'll be able to yoink any backpack at, fortunately. By the looks of it. Could be mistaken. Definitely not Vestroyan looking. Is that backpack attached? Ooh, just carrying around a couple of artillery shells. This backpack, separate or not, I have a sneaky suspicion it's attached. You got to go for a dip, Fluent Coat. Good luck. Have a good bath. Yes. Well, I'm sure you will be. We're not doing a full 4 hours. I think. I've got a sandwich next to me. Need to eat as well. I might just go into burb for a couple of minutes while I'll inhale the sandwich. Resin is a sort of, that is true, Ragnar. Resin, I suppose, is a sort of plastic. It is a sort of. I'm glad jungle. I just whizzed past them. If I go up here and type in, whoosh, do we get anywhere with the Grimguard Royals? The haste? Not getting anywhere with it. Ay. I was hoping they did like a back. Oh, I was hoping they did a sort of back add-on bit. Drivers, like an accessory pack. Don't seem to do that. Which is obviously spoke to. They do actually have some access. They got a couple of backpacks. Getting the yoink, getting this, I've already liked it. I've remembered. Getting that along with like the Alpine Vice ones as well. That will be a good time. So accessory? I'm going to just I'm going to have this. I'm actually starving. So we're just going to go to stream share. Like that. I'm going to eat this. Turn the mic. Hear that. do apologize, folks. Right. I do apologize. I had to inhale that sandwich I was having. And I don't personally like eating on camera. Not because I eat poorly or anything like that. I just, as a viewer, I hate watching people on camera. Find it repulsive. So I don't want to do that. Unleash that upon other people. So there we go. There's a behatted man here. We got some potential for Stroyan types. I know. I was absolutely starving. I haven't really eaten a huge day. It just suddenly hit me that I needed to inhale some food. I got this coffee in front of me as well. Definitely tempting. We got some Loki on a horsey. The behatted one. Oh yeah. So I was really hoping to be able to. I was really hoping to find. Excuse me. Excuse me. That was a hobnob. I like this person. I was hoping to find some more sort of bits. You know? Some auxiliary, like bits and pieces. River Harbour. That I could slap on. The Arctic Snowmobile. Heavy weapons. Person we are already following them. Atlan Forge, we wanted to have a quick look at these. So what I've seen their stuff before. I can't quite remember what it is that I've seen that they do. Is this mostly Space Marine adjacent? It does look like, rather than delicious fleshy humans adjacent. Obviously fine. We like painting Space Marine. But they got Trench Crusade adjacent stuff there. Loki on a chaplain on a bike. Templar vehicle ornaments. Yeah, that sword did look actually. But I think a good chunk of it did look Black Templar-esque. However, I didn't clock that sword until you pointed it out. That it did look. I painted up Dark Angel's sword, very reminiscent of that. Yeah, it is the tip, absolutely. Just the tip, the flared tip. Yeah, no, I know completely what you mean. Yeah, I didn't clock that. Like, I think I saw the hilt, but my eyes were sort of already going to the right of the picture. I didn't properly see it. But liking having a good bits library is a good thing to be able to print. I have I already have Grey Knight Studio, Grey Tide Studio. I got the Space Wolf stuff. I got the Crimson Lords. I thought I had the. I thought I had the they do a Black Templar bit set. Apparently, I don't have it. Anyway, won't worry about that now. You have a flared tip. You want to get that? Yeah, I think most people probably would. I do like the... there are aspects of this I like. There are some aspects of it I'm not massively keen on. I'm not. I think it might be this chainmail dangly bits. I think it. What's that wrestler? Oh god, I'm drawing a complete blank. It's reminding me of something. Alan Forge. Alan. I like these helmets. I'm just not sure if I like the chainmail. Yes, I think that might be it. Look, I'm not massively in. I don't really know. Wrestling is not my strong point, at least on screen. Knitted LARP mail. I think that's the right one, Lordy. The name, it sounds vaguely. I need auxiliary knees. More Dino Riders, Velociraptor Riders. We got Space Marines on Velociraptors. Right here. I can't wait. I don't know when I'm going to paint my Station Forge Velociraptor boyos. Did I just miss a massive page of accessories? Sword. Shark Knights. So these are for your Cacaridans. I mean, Shark Knights. Got your Sharky bits. That looks very tyrannidy though. I'm going to make sure I like these pouches and things. I'm going to make sure I like that bad boy. I believe I'm already following Alan. Oh god, let me remedy that. Full spectrum dominance. Welcome. 6 to 8 mil scale. Curses. Damn it. I was hoping this was 28, 32 mil scale. Brat. As I saw this, I was thinking, oh god. An entire sort of like warehouse hangar kind of deal. That would be awesome. Trying not to get too excited at the thought of that. Okay. Let's just have a scroll down to the rest of. Have a look at all the Station Forges stuff. Really hoping for like an accessory pack. I know they've got one, which I've added to the cart already. Really hoping to what we can do to jazz up Cadians to make them not quite so Cadian. If GW did Cacaridans, I'd definitely get some. You saw that one I printed out, right? I have him somewhere. I need to paint him up at some point. The like the red wake. Iberos. I know he exists. I printed him out. I don't know where he's gone. He's AWOL. We will get around to painting him. Clearly need a blimp. They do. Station Forge do have a blimp. Wiggly eyebrow. Yeah, Tybros. Yeah, I have him. I have a printed out Tybros kind of Gabba. Playing games. Hello. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you're well. You're super happy with the new changes. Trigon Prime is back, baby. 12 attacks. Oh, there was a. I did see an email saying there was a balanced data slate thingy happening. So they got. You're happy with that? Nice. I didn't actually click. I saw the email and just I highlighted all the emails and hit mark as read. That's all I did today. I was not been a great day, but that will change. Namely, once I found the miniature of the Red Wake. Wait. We're gonna have a look at some printed bits. Might be in. Not here. Oh, here he is. There's his arm. I have his arm somewhere. Too many pretties. No, we're not painting today. We are just looking for bits to stick on to Cadians. Make them better. Make them betterer. I don't think paintings... Oh, here is... I've got a couple of his arms. I think I went with left arm, surprisingly, and a... I just threw his other arm away. Where's it gone? I just literally had his other... So we've gone with... He did have a couple of options for his arms with these floor things folded back. And then obviously we got shoulder pads as well. He's quite a big boy. He's quite a big mini. But we will be painting him at some point. But we got some, we've got printed out. Various other bits and pieces. Big Imperial Ogre to paint. Oh god, Imperial Ogre. Well. Sword has gone a bit bendy though. We need to fix that. Anywho, so that's... Yeah, basically long and short of it is we haven't done any painting today. Or yesterday or the day before. But we've been ramping up towards like we want to get the army organized before we start painting. I don't want to rush into it and regret my decision later on, so to speak. When Horus Heresy gets Mark 5, I know, dude. When they do Mark 5, I'll be very happy. When they do Mark 5, I'll be very... That Tiberius, I don't have a merchant license to sell that one. I have a few I got merchant licenses from Ritual Design and Highland Miniatures, like on a monthly basis. But the rest of the merchant licenses I have via Kickstarter. I can't sell that one. A cutaway? So yes, we could potentially have a blimp or a zeppelin. What else we got going on? We were really looking for sort of accessory packs. We found one that's Station 42. We're very happy about that. Ideally, a second accessory pack would be amazing. Because we want more backpacks, we want more things to stick on to tanks and people. There is the terrain. I like the Royal Guard that they... I like that Grim Guard Walker as well. Greater Guardsmen. Yeah. We should definitely stick more people up to tanks. Having them just chilling on it. Absolutely. Absolutely. We do need more people just chilling on the tank. I mean, it's probably worth just getting this kit just to yoink those people off and stick it on. More impale. Oh. Of course you're thinking of impaled people. You're a monster. Absolute monster. I suppose, yeah, fine, sure. We need more bodies hanging off. Yeah, fine. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. We do. There's a plate of sausages and peas there. I mean, I suppose more impaled bodies. Yeah. We got some dead people there. Peas or beans? I don't know. It depends. It really depends what the other thing is with it. Like if it's mashed potato, peas. Then you have gravy as well with it. However, if it's chips, for example, if it's chips, then beans. I would happily go beans. I don't normally go with beans and sausages. It's not a normal thing. But if they're chips and beans, sausages, you're down. I was just kidding. Max Stoge is probably just where I'd end up. Although a random plate of food, I'd be tempted to sneak in to see if people noticed it. Accidentally, I mean, it's a pretty sweet. It's a holiday feast. That's pretty cool. Set of minis right there. They got some cheese. We all like cheese. Yeah, I think those are peas, I would say. I wouldn't really be able to guarantee it, though. I'm afraid. That's pretty sweet. We're going to have to remember this one. Maybe at Christmas. Do that. But we're definitely getting the miscellaneous stuff because they've got a few backpacks. I'm really just looking at these kits thinking they've got separate bits. Like, are the backpacks separate? In which case, if they are, then I'll yoink them. Then I can put those backpacks elsewhere. But unfortunately, got comrades. Sitting around the fire. Do you like these little dioramas, Station 4? He's having a whale of a time. He's playing some music all out, thinking he's really good. He's actually... what the devil is this? Okay. Ooh, Plague Doctor. Can't say no to a Plague Doctor. They did a whole bunch of Plague Doctor heads. Would I be tempted to a Plague Doctor army? Now, I do have this artillery truck. Purchased a while ago. Cool. It is very cool. Okay. Oh, damn it! We've got some auxiliary heads there, but rat. Okay. So they don't have anything. I was hoping they might have. They do have. Legacy, don't. See what they have on the legacy side of things. I can't quite remember. Sell legacy. Bases. Rat. Quite neat minis, but they're not quite what we're looking for. I had to squint there while my brain caught up. As 1/35th scale. 5 City Guard Elite Stormtroopers. So yeah, the rest of the week is going to be interesting. I've got to do a little bit more tidying. Quite a bit more tidying. I've got a couple of spray cans to dispose of. Tidy up some miniatures. I really like that side of the desk clear. That side of the desk is not clear, but it's a hell of a lot better than it used. Got a few things to do here and there. Rest of the week. Trying to think of what else is going on. Void Shark Mega Bundle. These are all Space Marines. I was hoping for a second it was like Void Shark, meaty people. Are, sort of Imperial Guard for the Void Sharks. I have seen this style of Terminator torso before with like shark bits around its teeth around it, the edge. Right there, they've gone barnacles, shoulder pads. I think we've already seen this set, have we? Not massively sure about these backpacks, though. Yeah, I don't know. I think these are slightly too ornate. We'll have a look at that stuff, though, in case they have something saucy going on. Backpacks, I click back. Mark. Okay. Space Marines stuff and things. Breaches style. Hey, what's up, Jake? How are you doing today? Happy Wednesday. We are doing absolutely zero painting today. We are preparing ourselves mentally. I'm really just trying to find accessories, infantry accessories and tank accessories for our sort of upcoming Imperial Guard armies. Oh, this trench heretic monolith. I have to like that. But yeah, we've made some progress. We found a few things that we're going to acquire and print up, and then we're going to be moving on to our Cadian. Well, I don't want it to be Cadian. I really need to come up with some lore. That's what I'm doing this week when I'm not doing eBay stuff. I need to come up with some sort of lore and some sort of color scheme that I can use for our not Cadians. That's the plan, at least. I mean, have plans, rarely get them. Definitely agenda. So we're having a look through STL files all over the place. See if we can find something that tickles our fancy. We can print out a bunch of bits to go over on Cadians. That's the plan, at least. It's just wading through so many miniatures. Like STL. Slightly interesting. If you're doing not Cadians, why not do Cadians? Exactly. It's the eternal struggle. What the hell do you paint them as? I mean, we've got a lot of tanks. I was just thinking potentially, because on that set of flags that we have, on the regimental standards, they do have, once it loads up, I can show you, in fact. Got Armageddon. Things been very slow. Why has this been? Where are we? The mobile infantry. I mean, I have pondered that occasionally. Cadianots. I picked a color scheme for your CSM. Purple with silver trim. Very classy. Very classy. With green as a secondary color. What sort of purple are you going with, Jake? Are you going with like a sort of, like a deep purple, or are you going to go more sort of verging into tickling magenta? The lighter side of... Or just don't do Cadians, because... No, well, the thing is, I'm using Cadian bodies. We're diverging away from Cadian. I mean, we could go... Can't go Chaos. We can't go Naughty Boys. I mean, technically, we could go Naughty. Oh. For some reason, you said Phoenician purple, and I thought, oh, I've got it. And then I read the name of it. This is Eidolon purple, clear purple, which I want to use for painting some Emperor's Children. Yeah. Phoenician purple. I do have that color though, properly. My brain instantly went to this one for some reason. Phoenician purple is a very nice purple. I do like it. Do approve of it. You're looking for the Necromunda Guard flags? Did I not just... Well, they have the Armageddon flag. I thought for some reason there was a Necromunda Guard. They do have Destroyer, Mordian, Talon, and Valhalla, though. We're definitely getting this. We do hashtag appreciate a flag. The only Cadian is now swimming in the EOT, being all Mary Sue and stuff. You reckon? I have no idea. I'm not really. I mean, they're never going to be as good as the Brians, my mind. Might see if a silver dry brush over the purple with a thin down layer of purple speed paint looks good. Silver dry brush over the purple, thin down. Yeah. Silver dry. Sorry, my brain is just. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm with you. I'm with you now. Sorry, I do apologize. Absolutely. Yeah, give it a go. Valhallans, they're your ideal guard army. Really? I mean, I do like them. I do like them. I mean, they're no Vestroyans, let's face it. But the Valhallan space wizards, I do like them. Venetian purple base coat, silver dry brush, and a layer of yeah. No, sorry, Jake. I do apologize. My brain is just very scatterbrained today, as always. It just took me a while to comprehend everything. I don't know why. Absolutely though, give that a go, because I would like to, what I was planning on doing is doing a dark steel or whatever base coat, then doing a dry brush of like a brighter silver color, and then going over with it with the Eidolon airbrush paint. And I think that might get a similar-ish effect to what you might get. Yeah, you know, with a sort of nice silvery highlights and under the purple. In fact, I can show you exactly. I'm gonna apologize. I'll give you the face for a second. I'll show you the paint job I'm going to attempt to emulate. Do a poor job of it, but there we go. Find him. If you go onto Instagram, then find that naughty boy's name. So there's Valhallans include Commissar Keynes is there for a peak. I'm not massively familiar with them. I like them aesthetic, and I think a large part of that is because I just like snow base. Anything on a snow base, very saucy. So Raptor Imperialis does a nice purple. This hello. He does this. There's this metallic purple he does. Find it. Wait. Here we go. That's this one, which is gonna move. Black primer, steel, chrome, and then some scratches with silver. I haven't yet Fluent Code, no. And then Eidolon purple, which is a clear paint. A few coats of. And then in Intensity Violet selected areas. So this is what I want to give a. This is what I would like to give a attempt. I know I'll do a bad job of it. However, one has to start somewhere. So I reckon you might get a sort of, won't be quite as metallic as this, but I reckon it might end up somewhere. Maybe along these lines. There's a regiment called the Tangar Woad Warriors. Woad Warriors? Really? There's another purple one. Here is also very saucy. Fluorescent purple, which we're always a big fan of. Pre-shade. Painting the scratches. Fluorescent pink. Dale Rani. And then, yeah, this is a bit more work, this one. Purple Lake, yeah. Quite some nice shades, though, but it's quite, similar-ish, but not metallic. Anyway. Also a regiment called the Truscan Snowhounds, which have the Cadia pattern on. It's... Listen. All right, look, folks, we've got not Cadians, we've got Vestroyans, we've got Krieg, we've got Catishans, all right? We can't even consider a fifth, or sixth. Problem is, all right, listen, this is the problem. If we do that, then we've got Mordians, Praetorians, by the way, Praetorians. So hot right now. Valhallan Space Wizards. What did I say? I've forgotten already. Praetorians, Mordians, Valhallans. I have a sneaky... What? The Armageddon Steel Legion? Hello? What else am I? Am I missing a fifth one? I can't remember. Slot them in instead of Cadia. I don't have any of the miniatures. I don't have any. This is the problem. You could consider ignoring all those things and doing Valhallans. This is only right and proper. Listen, I do want to do them at some point. Okay? However, listen, problem, right? I don't know how I would do it. Valhallan, I call them Space Wizards. I have no idea why. It's just how it ended up in my brain one time, and I like to call it. I don't even know how you would do it. That's the problem. How would you do... What sort of army would it be? Combined arms? Bang. Do 500 points. We're only going to do 500. You're a space wizard, Harry. Stormtroopers. Oh, I have 10 of those. I have a bag of, I think 10. Pretty sure it's 10 Stormtroopers. I have to try and find it. It's definitely 10. Not 20. I was wishing it was 20. I think it's definitely 10 of the originals. Or the second ones. Second edition. No clue. This is the problem. This is exactly my... Why do you think I'm not painting? Because I think I'm thinking about it too much. I get irritated if I start doing something and I end up regretting it. I don't like it. Too much of it in my life. Once you've painted enough, your hands will fall off. That's the idea. Then we go hands-free, baby. Then we go hands-free. No, the thing I like to generally paint towards a vague army. Like, it doesn't have to be a legit army. But I like to be able to sort of paint. First we can do the infantry, then we can do the tanks. Or whatnot. I like a bit of... jazz hands. Then you can learn to not paint with your... Oh, God, no. That will definitely be... Only feet. Oh, that is another one. That is another one I'll never get. Hold on. Traitor Guardsman over on YouTube said, Imperial Guard jet bikes wanted. Counts as Rough Riders. Imperial Guard. I was just pondering, have I ever seen any? I saw a pack of... I've got 5 Eldar jet bikes still in their thing film. Still wrapped up. In a box over there. I was wondering if I'd seen any jet bikes on something like Station Forge. Greater Guardsman. I'm sure I've seen... I'm sure I've seen something recently. Now I'm going to be all over the place. Can't wait to do this. Big God. Look at that. That is so cool. Full army of Attila and Rough. Oh, those were the jet bikes, I'm thinking. They're not. They're not human-powered bad boys. Need more hats like this with big feathery hats. I need hats, generals with big feathery hats. What I need. I need to have a chat with Diverging Realm and be like, you do just like a bunch of hats for these ones. These. That would be rather sweet, thank you. No. Hats. No. Hold on. We were getting sidetracked. Who am I going to blame? Myself. Nice. I'm sure I've seen that one. Booncoat, you have a fantastic evening. I've just seen the time, actually. I am absolutely ravenous. Absolutely ravenous. So have a wonderful stream, dude. Folks. Hold on. This. I can do a shout out. Shout out. Thank you very much for hanging. I hope you have a wonderful stream today and on Friday or Saturday or Thursday. I can't remember what day it is you stream over the week. But thank you very much. What we are going to do is I'm going to locate my face first. There, and I need to... Right. You stream all the days? Bloody hell. Oh, I used to stream all the day. I got apps. Hopefully I'll catch you, though. I'll catch you later, alligator. What I'm just trying to have a very quick butcher. Except Thursday and Sunday. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, well, Friday and Saturday. I mean, I might end up streaming on Friday and Saturday, but it might just be not painting. Might be like gaming or something. Who knows? Who knows? I don't. That's for we will see. Bye. Peace. In fact, we are actually just going to go and make life very easy for ourselves. Going to make life very easy for ourselves, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Where is that? What I'm going to do is say thank you very much for hanging out with me today, folks. YouTube, you've been wonderful as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that sort of good stuff. I know we've done no painting this week. Hopefully, going into next week, we'll have more of a plan and actually start putting glue to miniatures and then move on to the painting. But for now, YouTube, I'm going to say goodbye to you, and I'm back on Monday. And that will be a great thing. Twitch, don't you go anywhere. We're going to go and rate code. For now, goodbye, YouTube.